So it's my great privilege and opportunity to invite Mr. Joel Andrew, so who is an expert in the field of Tally and has been working with Park Business Solutions, Coimbatore, for many years, and he has had a very great experience in handling Tally, and he is a very wonderful person who can give you lot of information about each and every aspects of Tally. And presently he is owning his own IT solutions named Karam's IT Solution in Coimbatore. So on behalf of the college and the department, I'd like to welcome you, sir. So next to that, I would like to welcome all the faculty members and all the participants, students of our college, our department and other colleges and departments. I would like to welcome for this webinar. I want all the students to make use of this webinar and to gain knowledge for their future prospects in their career. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
So good morning once again. I welcome you all, students and teachers, and if any parents is also there, I am welcoming you all. And this morning, it's a great opportunity to present in midst of you. And I want to bring a few tips for the new entrants and for the new faces, those who are entered into the colleges. It will bring in motivations to start up your career in this time. And first of all, I need to express my heartfelt thanks to the management and the chairman sir and the principal sir and the dean of the madam and the department staffs and to all. So I, Joel Andrew, CEO of Karam SciTech Solutions, which has been an authorized training provider for Tally and also is a Tally Associates partner in Coimbatore region. So today I want to bring some effective manner in the different teaching methods from schools to colleges, because I can see that many of the students might be new, that means entered into the college life. This is a wonderful period that which can you are going to great success in this 3 years. So far you have crossed the school life, the pattern of teaching. Might be it's like it's not too easy to say it's called teaching, it's in a coaching, because the school life and then college has been entirely it's different. So what I want to say, the pattern of school is differ from the pattern of college. So in the school time, you might have learned, or they might be given like in a spoon feeding. So day by day, you want to learn, you want to create many things. But when you entered into the college, so you want to learn by yourself, because all the teaching staff, professors, or they are being as facilitators. So they will give you a guideline, and then you want to learn by yourself. Whether you are inside or outside, in these 3 years, you are going to learn many things, because the learning will not be stopped in your life. Day by day, you want to learn a lot of things. So at this time, I want to say that just I remember one story. I hope you also might knew it, about the cocoon story. A man who found one cocoon nearby his home, and he brought it into the home. And later on, he saw that in the cocoon that it was trying to come out, and it was getting in a lot of struggle to come out. So he stretched his wings, and he was just pulling the entire shield. He was keep on trying and getting much tired, the cocoon. And the man, he was keep on noticed that it was too entirely was tired and getting very, and it's unable to move on. So what he did, he took a scissor and he just tried to cut his wings and the shield and everything. And laterally he found that the cocoon was to die. it's unable to move on. So what it says, the nature invention is we need to hard work on that time. So at the same manner, you are all getting into the colleges. So might be in the fresher also will be there, second years and third years will be there. So in these 3 years, you want to struggle yourself and you want to make some hard work and to get a success. So in this webinar, I want to bring that why we need to get into the college life and why we need to know about the stock management with the Tally, and along with that I want to bring you about how you can equip yourself. So today I'm going to give the few things about related on let me see about a few things, commerce and its importance, and the stock management in Tally, the SWOT analysis, and importance of certifications. And finally, because I am running over within the last 10 years and above, it's closely related with an education institutions. So I want to bring, because you people all within a commerce, and most people might be, some of the students might be think that why I don't know that I have chosen a commerce. Because the commerce is one of the most important, effective, a good career for everyone's life. So I'll just give in a short time, I will briefly explain you and what is the benefit on it. So in that, the commerce, you know very well about that. Accounts and finance is an important functions in every business, whether it is small or medium or a large or whatever may be. Can anyone say that without an accounts department, this company is running? No one can say that without an accounts department, there is no the company is running. So every company need a department called accounts. You might be seeing a big company, there will be a small, that is a pillar, it's a backbone for a company is an accounts department. So where we will get the accounts department? Through the commerce background. Those who are in the commerce background, it's quite easy to get entered into the accounts department. At the same time, whether in the small or medium, today the 1.3 million jobs annually it's going on. You can see a minimum 30 to 40% of the people, they are starting by being an entrepreneur, starting the business by own. So it is every year minimum 30 to 40% the people are getting by ownership. So in quite easy, we can say that on every 7th job in a country is an accounts and finance. So my dear students, that I clearly says that if you have any thought, a negative thought on this department, that means I took the commerce department, so I don't know how I can to be survive. You mark my words, every 7th job in the country is accounting and finance job only. If you are strong in that, so automatically you can go ahead with a good career. So, okay, sir, I completed my commerce. So where I will get the job? Here, just I point out some. If for an example, if there is a company, is in the head office, I think that head office, if you are completed, or if you had with the commerce, so you can work with purchase and procurement department, inventory management, manufacturing, finished goods, branch management and sales and support, customers, accounting, GST compliance, payroll management, auditors and finance and overall. So in all the areas, it's quite easy that you can survive in this field. But just you think about, I'm not making the negative on the science background, but those who are doing in the science or some other field, they want to run within a particular line. But the commerce background, the students can run the entire part. Can you see this? These are all the major part of the commerce which we are doing in the companies. So in all these companies also, the major part, whether inventory is also affected, and then accounting is also affected, and statutory is also affected. For if you think about the country, for the country, how does revenue is coming? Through the tax. So where the taxes are applicable? Through the accounting. So if your accounting is right, so the entire the part, that means you can get the revenues, or you can be as a good part of it, the management part. So if you have any in the negative point, so how I can do survey, just you plan accordingly. So if you plan accordingly, so it's quite easy for to get into a good field. At the same time, today because I'm giving only with the tally only. This time I want to expose you how the stock, the management with the tally helps you, because as you know very well, and I already shown in the last screen, 60% of the part of an accounting is already dealing, or it's talking about within inventory management. Whether if you go within a purchase department, or manufacturing department, or a procurement department, or whether in the godowns, or wherever you go, in which company where you are going, you need to be undertake with the stock. So what is the stock? What it says about the stock management? Why it is need to related with tally? See, the stock management means it's a practice of ordering and storing, tracking, and controlling the inventory. The stock management is otherwise known as an inventory management. So the inventory management, it's always also functions of undertaking the stock mix of the company and the difference, the demand on the stock. Because sometimes the stock might be in higher, sometimes the stock might be in a very less in our demanded. So these all things should be controlled by a person. The stock management, that means stock management, or we can say that inventory management, those who are undertaking, he or she need to check continually how the physical stock is maintained and how it's worked under. And this this stock management has a multiple vouchers. Many people might be says that if I am bringing some stock here and I just given to someone else or some other client, and again I have brought something, so it is not on a record. So you want to record very clearly, and you need to take the report as the same. So in the tally, that means the more why I am using the tally, the software here. The tally is one of the most important tool for accounting, inventory, and the statutory. So in this inventory, the most of the companies, or whether the small or small scale or medium or large scale industries, all are related within a stock only. The major is running within a stock. If you are taking an undercarriage within a stock, so for to maintain the stock, you need some kind of vouchers. That means which you are doing the transactions. So what we'll get, say, there isn't a difference between the stock management and then the inventory management. For example, if you talk about only the stock management, so when you talk about the stock management, it is like an outline. Sometimes you want a reorder or a store recomplacement and stock transfer fulfillment, centralized admin, like that. It is in a stock management which you can do. It helps to for a level. But same time, when you discuss in this manner of inventory, so your customer management also is there, purchase order details, sales order details, and you want to make a barcode also. So these kind of activities you will take. So with the help of this, how sir I can do the transaction here? If I need some kind of, for example, how I can say, if I need 1,000 product, So if you are asking, if you are going to a client and you are requesting that, sir, I need 1,000 product of mobiles. Can you show me? Can you give me in this time? So in which way, which assurance you can give the order? So you want to make some of way for this transaction. Complex reporting. I will show you, I will explain you on the next, what are the steps that you are going to take. Here, for if you are not undertaking about the stock, if you don't know about the inventory management, what will happen? So it will shows that you will get a complex reporting where you have given where you have taken an order. So you will get a much puzzled on it. So to avoid this complex reporting in the stock, so you need to have a proper transaction report for your company. So for perfect transactions, you can use a Tally ERP9 software. So in this, you can go on purchase transaction. For example, you can do within a purchase transaction at the same time sales transactions too. So if you are doing within a purchase transaction, the first you can do the purchase order. It is in a separate vouchers. That one I have already mentioned here. Multiple vouchers for maintaining inventory management. That means if you are doing it in a purchase, so you want to do within a purchase order and the receipt note or rejection note, purchase invoice, debit note, and then payment. You may ask the question, so what is this transaction? What is the separate? These are all a part of vouchers in Tally. For everything you can do as a transaction. For an example, if now I'm going to purchase, giving an order of 1,000 mobiles in a company. So I want to raise in a purchase voucher, and once I raised in a purchase order, after that I am going to receive the 1,000 mobiles to me. So might be he given a 500 mobiles. So while I'm receiving the receipt note, that means in other words we need to say GRN, goods receipt note. I am receiving the goods before the billing. At the same time, in that billing, in that stock, 100 mobiles are being damaged. So what I will do, I will just return back it before finalized billing. Once if it is everything has been clear. So what I did, I made a purchase invoice, then I agreed that yes, I purchased 400 mobiles and I want to make the payments to the concerned party. At the same time, after making the bills, some of the product also might be in damage. So I want to return the same track. So what I did, I can use the debit note, and finally I can make the payment. So why I said this here, for stock management, you need to follow a certain policies how you can record it. At the same time, the sales transaction also, when you do within a sales purchase order, so automatically sales order, delivery note, rejection in, and the credit note, it is also included with GST. It's also included with GST. So you can easily to work out the stock management and take the report, and you can submit to the management. And we often we will use, sir, I am doing some multi-type of business, and there will be a finished goods will be there. So in that I need to make a transfer. For example, I can give you that in the stock management, if you are assembling in a computer. So if you go to a computer shop, you are asking, so what is the price of the computer system? And he will say, sir, it will be around of 30,000. So what are we included? So it is included of desktop, CPU, or mouse, keyboard, and speaker, and etc. etc. There's a lot of the accessories. So entire thing, it has been said as in a computer. the system. For the system, it is, we need to say that we are fixed the rate of 30,000 rupees. So how do we do this transaction? So it is called BOM. It's a bill of material. So in the bill of material, it will says that for one product, how much you can prepare it, for what is the preparation cost and the selling cost. So for one system, your cost is for entirely including the entire of desktop. That means desktop and CPU or keyboard or mouse and the speaker. The entire thing you are making an assembling here, and you are going to make it a sales. In that, there will be a cost for transportations and additional charges. So entire things you are including as, and you are going to a final stop. So this, it's called as an BOM, bill of materials. The most of the manufacturing companies will be used in that. At the same time, being sold, and some might be a wholesaler or retailer will come to you, and he will ask, sir, I am doing a wholesaler. So you want to give to me? You are the manufacturers. So what do you want to do? So you can account the stock for the wholesalers and at the same time resellers. If the person who is buying a product from you and he is taking a 10 products or 20 products at that time in the wholesale. So when you choose the wholesale, so automatically the prices which you have fixed, automatically it will come to your page. If it is under of retail, it is also quite easy. And at the same time, sir, I am doing the manufacturing, I am unable to store or the record in the the goods in my places. So you can create the godowns. So the godowns might be, for example, you are in the Coimbatore, you have the branches in Erode or Salem or in the Kerala too. Kerala, if you are in the Kerala, you can do stock with that, and you can mention it, Kerala godowns or Erode godowns or Chennai godowns. You can mention it. And when you are transferring an item from godowns to godown, it is also recorded in Tally. Helps you that to take in a clear picture, to clear report for the management. It's called a physical verification. Every month, some of the companies will take, every month the stock verification will be there. Or once in a 6 months, they will take in a verifications. So how you can promote this kind of activities? Because you need a proper guidelines, how you can do it. So this Tally helps you that easily to take in a report with GST. That means whether inclusive of GST or whether an exclusive of GST, it's quite easy to update. I hope you all knew about the GST. So GST is also talks about the goods and services. If you are doing some, if you are dealing with stocks, it's still under goods. Or else if you are doing with only the service, that you are getting in a product and again you are doing some work and giving back. So it says that service. So this all type of taxation part is also, it's available in this tool. So at the same time, I hope you got some ideas about the commerce and about the stock management, how you can do the stock management. If you have any doubt, just you ask me, or else I will just skip to about our self-analyzing, how we can do the self-analyzing. And now I'm going to discuss about your self-analyzing here. The self-analyzing is one of the most important. I hope many freshers and the experienced, the seniors, the PG students all will be here. And sometimes you might be thinking that what is meant by the self-analyzing. This is also one of the most important part in our everyone's life. Sir, I studied the commerce background, or I finished my commerce background, might be some other says like this, and but I'm unable to uh, get into a good path in my life. So why I brought here the self-analyzing, how we can do the self-analyzing in this time. So self-analyzing means you want to analyze yourself. That means here there is a strategic planning tool which is evaluate yourself. SWOT. I hope you some might be heard about this SWOT. SWOT means SWOT, strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Every man, every human being, those who are running in the life need to prepare this SWOT analysis for their career or on the growth, because this brings you to develop and to plan yourself accordingly to move ahead. So how it is useful for you, how the strengths can be, because many I found while I'm in the college just handling with the classes, for example, if there is 60 students, 60 students is their main minimum 5 to 10 students might be in different categories. So I will dig them. I will study their level, what is their problem and everything. So I will teach them how to overcome on this, because this SWOT analysis is quite easy to prepare yourself on every moment. Sir, how do I prepare this? So you can, if you have any chart or any paper, just do one thing, make it a 4 boxes and write on the top strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. As you can see in my screen, I just brought some of kind of ideas, and write down one by one what you have the strength in your life and what is the unique result that you can draw on. You can list out. Sometimes you can think that this is my strength, I can do. I'm keep on talkative, or I'm keep on some other kind of activities. So like that, just you mention it and write on the right hand side your weakness, and then opportunities and the threats. When you write down one by one, it makes you to identify yourself, who you are. So once if you have written like this, so I given some example over here, we are able to respond very quickly as we are red tape and no need to hire management approval. So these are kind of a lot of some examples about the strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. This is it's an idea. So you need to analyze yourself, how I can do it. And once if you have written all these things, and you need to point out how the personality is affected. So I have given you here a personal SWOT analysis can do the same for individual in the pursuit of their career goals. It means it helps you to develop on your career. A few years back, I found one of students, one who studied in the commerce itself, and he is going to write the final semester on this career. And he met me one day and said that, sir, I don't know that how I can do, because many struggles I'm facing in my life. At the same time, I'm unable to overcome on this, and I don't know the proper way to handle the accounts also. And I said, you have crossed already 3 years, and you already studied about the accounts, commerce, statistics, and some kind of economics or the business management. Like a lot of the things you might be learned on it, but why you unable to overcome? And he said, sir, when I started to talk, immediately someone will be mock me, and immediately my word will be stopped, or else, and sir, I'm ready to talk, and the words will be up to my mouth, but it will not be come out because I don't know. I'm getting much shy. I guided in this way also. Dear, you do one thing. Just you make yourself. What is your strength and your weakness? And he written on all the things. And finally, I found out that with the paper that he had a lot of inferiority complex, but he had a strength, but he didn't expose it. Just inferiority complex, sir. I don't know anything. I'm just normal graduates. I don't have much capability to face the students or face an audience. And I said, and I guided him in a few things, how you need to present yourself in the front of the people. And I started to give on guidance at least almost 4 to 6 months. And he slightly he developed himself, and he is now working with in a good company. So why I said, and I brought this an example here. There's personal SWOT analysis, the self-analyzing in yourself. It will bring you a strength, or it will bring you a motivations to go ahead, and you can see a lot of opportunities which is surrounding yourself. So this the SWOT analysis, strength and strength, weakness, opportunities and threats, it will be shows us internally also will be there and externally also will be there. Sir, how you can differ it is internally and externally. So internally it will shows that if you are unable to talk, or if you are unable to search your the opportunities, it will be directly hit within an internal object. That means it's everything in you. You need to overcome on it. I already told you in the beginning itself, if you are studying within a commerce, or if you are going within a commerce background, and if you have a negative thought that I will not get anything, means you just remove it. You cast out all this kind of habitat and think that wherever you go, you can work with that. I just already shown as in the beginning image. If you are working within a company, any area, whether production department or manufacturing department, auditors or any side, you can go. You want to think that this is my strength, that I can go ahead with it. So if you think internally, that means if you think personally that yes, I have the strength, automatically you will get an opportunities in outside. So what will happen? So when I approach with the companies, there might be an externally, there might be a weakness. That means threats will be there. If you go to the interview, some might be in AJK college, many the campus placement opportunities going on, and you are also is taking part inside. And when you are sitting in the group, the first discussions we will ask that the group discussions, the GD round. Many will be giving a lot of words here, but you are unable to talk, and you need to overcome on it, and that is your weakness. Shows that from externally, yes, I'm unable to do it. You want to come up. So, my dear students and the friends, just think that, analyze it where you are struggling, the hurdles where you found, whether it is internally or externally. Externally, it's quite easy that we can overcome very easily, but internally means unless you overcome on this, it's very hard to move. So, as I said about the strength, you have a multiple task completions, you have an overcome the internal effort, you have a motivational speaker, or you have a lot of things. You all these things you find out that will help you to come up. At the same time, you take what are the weakness that you have. I want to go one place, so my weakness is always taking a late, preparing my late. Find out and just do one thing. You go prepare yourself and go ahead within the right time. So like that, I'm giving some ideas how you can prepare weakness. At the same time, opportunities. When you think that, yes, I have a strength, means, and you can say, you can see in my screen also, I pointed out here, a ladder, a man is standing on the ladder and just is going to plug the stars. It is nearby you. It's just nearby. It's too near. The opportunities are surrounding nearby you. So you need, go ahead. But if you think that I don't know, I have no strength to go and climb this, so you can't come up. So what do you want to do? You make yourself that you are a stronger than. So when you think this, automatically you will get, there is you easily get, whether you might be in home or you might be your friends or you might other side. So when you are entered, when you are started, so the pair, someone will say that, hey, don't do this because you can't do, it is very difficult and you want to face a lot of consequences on this. So they might be gets a lot of threats. I have given you some of the examples also here. See, the strength will be believes in yourself, positive attitudes, focus, intelligence, ability to learn, the time management, the sense of responsibility, specific goals, or passion, determinations, and critical thinking, and supportive environment. If you want, you can just note it down. How I can do to strengthen myself. These are all ways that you can easily do strength by yourself. You always think positive. Yes, I can do. If the management is asking any questions, or they are assigning some assignment to you to do this, or for doing a program, you just stood up and go ahead on. So you can do it. At the same time, the weakness also, the poor management time, irresponsible, unreconciled institutions, complex goals, and a lot of it is there. And you people are in, it's a good reputation institutions in AJK, so you can develop your skills and talents and go ahead with your with a good mentors, and you can easily to achieve. But what we will do, we will always talk about the negative. Since I knew many years about this management, I found that many students has been gone in placed in a good companies because of their hard work, and the management supports too. And those who are not, some might be there, but what I will say, they didn't utilize these opportunities. So because management is supporting a lot of in the various ways, the various things the management is supporting for the students to be in a good reputations. So who will bring this reputations? We need to do this commerce. I hope the PG students also is there, and UG also is there. And in this time, many will say is that sometimes brought some negative also in this. But what I will suggest you this, you motivate yourself, you make a chat. Today just you plan it. I planned accordingly in my room. I just made it. What is my strength and what is my weakness and everything. I planned accordingly. It makes you to differ from the people, one who is always thinking about negative. Some people will come near to you and say that always, oh, this is very bad and this is not very good. Just you cast out them. Make a relationship with some good people. Motivate yourself on how you can develop. Sometimes when we are handling with a personal development, I've seen a lot of the students that the students always thinking about negative. But what we will make you to understand and make the people to motivate, you first make yourself. The first year, second year, third year. Our PG is first year, second year. So you people are be there in this group, and you are preparing yourself for a work. You get in the society. You want to survive yourself, and this is the golden opportunity that's in this college time. In these 3 years, you are learning a lot. whether a positive or negative, many things you will learn. And before stepping out, you want to plan what I learned in this years and how I can do. So how I can be an example. Sometimes the next year, after 2 years, you also be in as a guest for you the same college. It's a great proud. The management will be supporting you. So at the same time, the opportunities I have given you, good institutions where you are. It's a good institutions. You can utilize it and you can get a scholarship. A good mentor is there and internships, jobs, backups, etc. There's a lot of opportunities surrounding you, but you need to identify. As I said in the beginning, no one will make you for a spoon feeding. I discussed related on the pattern of teaching in schools and pattern of teaching in colleges. In school, there might be a coach one. They are coaching you. Yes, this do, this won't do. But when you enter into the college, so you want to create yourself who you are. There will be good mentors. They will be guide you. Yes, in this way you can go. Finish this. This is your task. You can go ahead. You want to learn by yourself. We will be giving you the assignment. You want to learn it. And when you have prepared in all the areas, I can assure that, you can mark my words, when you step out of the colleges, you will directly sit into the good company, or you will be in a good entrepreneur. Dear students, this SWOT analysis, I can assuredly say that every day before you are right after your wake up, just you go and see on your board or any places where you have pasted it, and think that yes, this is my weakness, this is my strength, this is my threats is coming from here. So how I can go ahead. So, dear ones, so when you go with that, it will be, you can easily to find out a lot of opportunities. At the same time, I already told about the threats also. The threats, the bad environment, maybe your friends also, the hurdles or health problems, jobs, a lot of threats will be there. This all will makes you to discourage. So how you need to you need to think that how you can overcome on this. So once if you plan, automatically you can go ahead. At the same time, I want to give some idea about your certifications, the college, the degrees, which will be support as a backbone on your life. That is your right path. As a commerce student, at the same time, I'm already partnered with an Zogo and Tally. So I want to lead you on this. If it's possible, you can go ahead with a certification tool. And if you see the science students, that means science or engineering students, they will learn about the Java or Oracle or PHP, Pythons or Visual Basics, and a lot of things they will learn. So what the commerce students we need to learn? Those are commerce students. Today, the current scenario, 95% of the people in India, they are running within a Tally software. At the same time, Tally software has been wired up within 125 countries. It is, and at the same time, Zogo Book, it's in a cloud accounting. It is also leading all over the world. It is also one of the Indian product. And if you can use with the mobile itself, the accounting, that much technology is developed. And Excel, the advanced Excel is one of the most important for the students. So it is also, in other words also, we will say that it is in a mini database. So you can, if you know the Excel, so you will also get a good job here. This is the right scenario. And about the CRM, there is a lot of CRM is there, sales CRM and purchase CRM, a lot of is there. So if possible, that also you can learn. At the same time, about the digital marketing. So digital marketing is one of the most important for the commerce students right now. And the digital marketing is also, it is easy to promote the promotion activities. A fraction of seconds or a minute, it will reach to a number of peoples. So why I said here the importance of the certification, because if I give a certificate, if I give my certificate, means it will not be much valid. But at the same time, if I given a direct reputed certification, if I'm giving a tally certification, it's a direct from tally certification. It will talks wherever you go. It's a verifiable certification. That's what a certification brings. It will also brings you an opportunity. Dears, so the college degree, it is the first, the fundamental thing that you need to be a UG or PG degree holders. So all people will get. At the same time, in that we need some kind of unique, as a company, when we are handling some kind of recruitment, we will ask, what is the special qualification you have? So the certifications will brings you a right and a good way in your career. So I hope you got something benefited for your career life. If you have any questions, please ask me. Anybody having any doubts or any clarification on the same? So I hope you got benefited, you plan accordingly, and if you have thought about negative thoughts on the commerce, I think that you can easily get a job in any field and plan accordingly wherever you are.
So really, all the participants, including the students and faculty, got benefited by this session. And once again, I would like to thank on behalf of the management department for giving your, so even though you are a little busy and all of a sudden, so you are accepted to give your lecture on this day. So I'm happy about that. Thank you once again, sir. We want to have a continuous contact with your institution so that our students will also get benefit out of this. And moreover, not only about the Tally program, so sir has given a very good insight about the career prospects of the students, and those who really feel that commerce field is not useful and something by fate I have taken. So he has given a very good explanation in order to change that thought. Really, it's a mind blowing thought you have given, sir. Definitely, it will make every students to think about that. And really a great session, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.